Hi, so my news today is that I've finally bought a kayak. Something which I've wanted to do for a while but never really got round to. And after the government announcement and British Canoeing updating their guidance saying that we can actually go out kayaking again, the clubs aren't allowed to do club activities still, I thought it's a good time to buy one. Just got one second hand, doesn't need to be anything special, just something which allows me to get out and go kayaking. I'm off driving now, not going kayaking, it's too late in the day for that right now, just going out for a walk. But it's a good opportunity for me to spot out a place where I want to go kayaking. So part of the issue is, yes, we can go out kayaking again, but we don't necessarily have the access which we used to. A lot of the beaches down here are private beaches. So I'm going down to one place which would be a good place to launch from, just to see if I can do there. Plus it gives me a nice walk through the woods to get there. I've just jumped into this, you probably don't know me, don't know anything about me, and I haven't really told you anything. This being my first video, maybe it would have been good to do a kind of intro to who I am. But what I want to do is I want to try and get into filmmaking, but filmmaking of outdoor activities. I particularly love kayaking. That's why I've got myself a kayak and I want to try and make videos based around that. And I've thought about making videos like this for a while and thought, okay, I need to plan it out, do an introduction, work out what I want to say. But then I decided actually the best way to do it is just to set up a camera, point it at me and talk and just see what happens. That's kind of like the most natural thing I can do, and I think it's the best way to approach something like this. So yeah, as an introduction, I like kayaking, I want to get into filmmaking based around kayaking. This is just going to be me bringing you along that journey where I discover about the filmmaking, discover about the cinematography, discover about the photos and everything which goes with it. I'm not an expert on it by any means. So I'm out of the car now, just enjoying an evening walk down. It's a couple of miles each way along a river, through some woodland, so that's quite nice. At the halfway point I'll be able to see if I can go kayaking down on the beach I want to go to. So I've turned off from the river now, just walking through the woodland for a bit. Don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but the birds are out singing. So it's beautiful sounds, beautiful scenery. Just go through here for a bit, hit back up with the river, go into the little village on the coast and get a nice evening view over the sea on the beach. Get to see if I'll be able to kayak there tomorrow, so it's all good. It's just nice to get out somewhere different. We've obviously had the whole lockdown for COVID and it's still going on, but we can at least get out and exercise a bit more and go to different places. So I'm fortunate that I live in somewhere quite rural, so I've had good scenery around, but just kind of walking the same area every day, you kind of get a bit used to it, a bit bored of it, so to be able to come back to somewhere different, it's quite nice. Okay, so here we are down at the beach. Hopefully you can hear me over the sound of the waves. Unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to go out kayaking from here tomorrow. The car park's closed and there's a sign saying the main beach is closed, don't cross the river. You could see the river behind me. There is still a bit of a beach this side that I could get out, but the car park's closed. I don't think they really want people coming through here to kind of be using the sea. So I think I'll find somewhere else to go. But yeah, it's nice to just get back out down to the sea. Haven't had that for a while. I'm heading back now. I'm going to stay along the river this time rather than veering off on the path through the woods, get a bit of different scenery. About not being able to kayak from that beach tomorrow, but it is what it is. Thinking about it, the beach is owned by a holiday resort, and with the lockdown restrictions they've got to be seen to stop people using it because they're not allowed to be open for business. But also, talking about businesses, I saw a shop there where you can hire a kayak to go kayaking for the day. £25 for the day. I only paid £200 for my kayak, so after 8 days that's kind of worked itself out to be cheaper than renting the kayak. If you do want to get into kayaking, at least in the UK, going to clubs is the best way. I joined 2 clubs last year. One was £30, one was £60, but you get use of the kit, people to go out with, people who will teach you, so it actually makes it really quite affordable to get into. I'm actually driving around to the next bay from where I walked, which is where one of my kayak clubs goes out from. And although that will be closed and where I park for them will be closed, there's another car park there. It's privately owned, may or may not be open, so I'll go around, see if that is, see if the beach is okay, and if that's all fine, that's where I'll go out from tomorrow. Just been round Porthpean and result. The car park, the Panda Split car park, is open. It's not too expensive. Can do up to 3 hours for a couple of quid. I think up to 5 hours for £3.50, or all day for a £5. So for the first day back kayaking in a while, 3 hours would be plenty. So a couple of quid. Beach is open. It's a council beach, I believe. But it's open. They've got a sign up saying that, in line with government advice, guidance, you should be exercising in open spaces close to home. In terms of me going kayaking, it's about as close to home as I can get.